So, good day everyone, I am Sarah May Alcanimo and I will be discussing the Indonesia das is Indias. So, at the end of the lesson, students are expected to introduce the geography, people, language, and religion of Indonesia, to discuss the prominent authors and their works, and to express appreciation of Indonesian literature. So, what is Indonesia? Indonesia is the world's largest archipelagic state and the 14th largest country by area, at 1,904,569 square kilometers, with over 280 million people. Indonesia is the world's fourth most populous country and the most populous Muslim majority country. So, what is das is Indias? So, it is also known as the Netherlands East Indies, was a Dutch colony with territory mostly comprising the modern state of Indonesia, which declared independence on August 17, 1945. Following the Indonesian War of Independence, Indonesia and the Netherlands made peace in 1949. So, why was Indonesia called the Das East Indies? So, in the 16th, the Das East India Company, or the VOC, which means the Pyrenees Indici Company, began colonizing parts of Indonesia. After the abolition of the VOC in 1796, the Dutch government gained control over Indonesia, which was then referred to as the Netherlands East Indies. So let's start in geography. So as we can see in the picture, Indonesia located off the coast of mainland Southeast Asia in the Indian and Pacific Ocean. It comprises approximately of 17,508 islands. The capital of Indonesia is the Jakarta, and their national language is Bahasa Indonesia. So, as what I said, Indonesia was formerly known as the Das East Indies. So, Indonesia means Indian Islands, coined by an Englishman, J.R. Logan, in Malaya in 1850. The term Indonesia derived from the Greek word Indos, means India, and Danesos, means island. It has parallel in Melanesia, or the Black Islands, Micronesia, which means the small islands, and Polynesia means many islands. So, Adolf Bastian, a German geographer, used it in the title of his book Indonesian in 1884. In 1928, nationalists adopted it as the name of their hope for nation. So, let's proceed to the flag of Indonesia. So, as you can see, the color of the flag of Indonesia were the Majapahit Empire's red and white colors. Red and white banners were used severally by the Bugis Kingdom, and during the Java War, it was adopted on August 17, 1950. So, the people of Indonesia. So, the people in Indonesia called Indonesians. So, in the Javanese, so we have 45%. In the Sundanese, we have 14%. In the Madurese, we have 7%. In the Malay, 8%. In the other is 26%. So, in the 2/3 of Indonesia people live on Java, Madura, and Bali, which together occupy only 8% of the land of the area. So, Indonesia is a culturally very diverse nation. So, Indonesian Amalay people. Indonesians people have traditionally been categorized as people of Malay stock. Malays evolved from the migration of people southward from present-day Yunnan in China and eastward from the peninsula to the Pacific Islands, where Malayo-Polynesian languages still predominate. So, the narrative of Malay origins often begins with the Proto-Malays, a group believed to have migrated southward from present-day Yunnan in China, eventually settling in the Malay Peninsula and expanding eastward to the Pacific Islands. This migration is supported by the prevalence of Malayo-Polynesian languages in the region, suggesting a shared linguistic ancestry. So, however, the story doesn't end there. The Malay Peninsula and the surrounding islands were already inhabited by indigenous people groups, including the Digerito, Orang Asli, who are believed to be among the earliest inhabitants of the region. These groups, often referred to as the Aboriginals by colonial authorities, were pushed inland as the Proto-Malays arrived and established settlements. So the Diotero Malays, or known as the Malays, are the new groups of people intermarried Negrito, Orang Asli, and native Seafarers and Proto-Malays. So in here, the Diotero Malays, also known simply as Malays, emerge as a distinct group through a process of intermarriage and cultural exchange between the Proto-Malays. So the Negrito, Orang Asli, and the other seafaring groups, these blending cultures and traditions resulted in a unique identity that would come to define a Malay people. So, with them, advanced farming techniques and knowledge of metalworking, which contributed their success in establishing settlements and expanding their influence. So, they also played a significant of maritime trade routes in the region, connecting Southeast Asia to other parts of the world. So, the Malay people have a long and intertwined history with Indonesia. So, they have a significant part of Indonesian population for centuries, contributing the country's cultural diversity and shaping its identity. So, the Malay language, known as Bahasa Melayu in Indonesia. So, it is the one of the official languages of the country. It is spoken by millions of Indonesians, especially in coastal areas and on islands like Java, Sumatra, and Borneo. In a Malay tradition such as Adat or the customary law are also deeply embedded in Indonesian culture, particularly in areas with strong Malay influence. So the origins and the evolution of the Malay people are subject on ongoing research to debate among the anthropologists and the historians, while the general narrative of migration and intermingling is widely accepted. So there are different theories regarding the specific routes and timing of these migrations. So, the story of Malay people is testament to the dynamism and interconnectedness of Southeast Asian intermingling with its groups. So, the Indian group such as Let's move on to the characteristics, history, and development of Indonesian literature. Indonesian literature is a term grouping various genres of Southeast Asian literature. First is, I will be discuss the characteristics of Indonesian. So, So, in the traditional literature of Ponjanga Lama, so early Indonesian literature originates from Malay literature. So, it is the influence of these roots was recognized until the 20th century. So, the Malay literature in written prose and poetry was dominated by a number of traditional forms, mainly the sair or the traditional narrative poetry, the pantun quatrains made up of two seemingly disconnected couplets, the gurindam or the brief aphorisms, hikayat or the stories, fairy tales, animal fables, chronicles. In the babat, a history of chronicles. So, here are the picture of the traditional literature of Ponjanga Lama. The Baban Pundiman, the Babad Lambangan. The Sayir, the Alam Pantun, in the Gurindam. So, the next is the written literature. So, Indonesia prose includes myths, animal stories, and beast fables, fairy tales, legends, puzzles, and riddles, and anecdote, the adventure stories. So, it has been preserved in the various language of Sumatra, Java, Bali, and Lombok. So, in Sumatra, they have Asines, Batak, Rejang, Lampong, and Malay. In Java, so we have Sandanese and the Madurese as well as a Javanese. In Bali and Lombok, in the more important language, in the South Celebes, Makasaris, and the Bognis. So in the Java literature, so they have Ramayana and the Mahabharata. So in Ramayana, the word Ramayana literally means the journey of the Rama. And the Mahabharata is essentially the story between two bands of brothers in the So in the Angkatan 1950 to 1960 and the generation of the 1950s. So Angkatan in the 1950 was characterized by the Kaisa magazine established by H.B. Hazen. So this generation of Indonesian literature was dominantly connections for short stories and poetry. So it has been represented in Indonesian historiography as the road to disaster. It is comparison with other eras in a negative sense as the time of stagnation and the prelude to chaos. So in the angkatan of 1966 to 1970, so it is the rising of Harrison Magazine led by Muchtar Lewis. So in this period, the literature works published with a type of selection. So some of the people who read literature might have subscribed this magazine. So dozens of writers previously associated with LECRA or leftist group went to exile overseas.
So that's all for my report. Thank you.